This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Mike Mitchell's onion mashed potatoes. Potato puree with roasted onions. Basically, quick meal, a quick small meal. These never satisfy my hunger, unfortunately, but usually I quite like them taste-wise, so I'm going to take a look at this one right here. Pause if you want to read this, and pause if you want to read the nutrition table right here. It's a brand of Penny, which is a popular supermarket chain here in Germany, and yeah, I wanted to try this out. You put the hot water in here up until the fill line, and then you've got mashed potatoes with some roasted onions, and we've got some greens in there as well. It does smell very much like freeze-dried potato puree, something like that. Nothing too special about that. So I'll get this reconstituted and I'll be back in a second with you. Alright, we are back again. A couple of minutes have passed, a bit more than 5 minutes. I did put some water in here, then I stirred it around and did put a bit more water up until the fill line again, and we can see right here it looks okay. So yeah, the first look with the reconstituted potato puree is fine. The mashed potatoes, yeah, looks actually, usually I only put water into this once, and sometimes there's a bit of dry stuff left in it. This right here seems to be looking a bit better, so they're still quite hot. Let's go for the first spoonful of this. Yes, the first spoonful has been alright. Can take a closer look at this. So we've got the mashed potatoes, then we've got some greens, and we also have some onions and some croutons right here, these little French dried bread pieces. Maybe you can't really see it all that well, can you? Maybe like this, yeah, like this you can see it a bit better. That right there on top, I think that's an onion. That maybe as well. This right there seems to be a bread piece. Then we've got that yellow piece right here, that's corn, I think. Yeah. Overall, we've got a nice little mixture of things right here. So the only thing I need to do now is to wait for it to cool down a little bit more. Something I do have to say, now that I actually followed the instructions for this properly for the first time regarding these mashed potato products, I have to say that I really enjoyed this a lot more than I did previously. Consistency-wise, it's really nice. Nice and almost creamy. Not as dry, not as powdery as my previous attempts of this. The croutons are fine, the onions are fine. Mashed potatoes themselves is okay as well. The greens should be mainly one green, parsley. I would lie if I would say like I really do taste it right now. I don't really taste it all that much. It's just that it's green and it looks like parsley, and it says parsley, but it says petersilie on the packet right here. So yeah, but overall it's fine so far. It really does need a bit more time to cool off. So oh yeah, and I have to, I have to stir it a little bit more as well. Now all the steam comes up. Yeah, I think I'm going to pause the camera right here for a second, and I'll be back with you and the review sheet in a second for you. The consumption process is complete, so let us take a final look at the rating sheet right here. So first impression wise, I think it looked fine, both in the dry and in the reconstituted state. Nothing really to complain about. The first impression of this product. Color-wise, same story. The mashed potatoes looked, yeah, yellowish, like mashed potatoes look, and I do not really have anything to complain in the color department. Consistency and texture-wise, when it was actually fully prepared, I think it was fine. The mashed potatoes were fine. When you actually follow the preparation instructions of this properly and put in water twice, a second time after you initially stirred it around, then the mashed potatoes themselves become really nice and creamy. The only thing that does hold it back a little bit in the consistency and texture department though are the croutons. They are of course quite soggy, and the roasted onions, they are a bit too chewy for my liking. Yeah, it is to be expected from something like this, but yeah, still, we have to rate this as a dish of some sort, so yeah, not full points in that regard. Taste-wise though, overall pretty decent. The base potatoes tasted fine. The seasoning to it was alright as well. The roasted onions didn't have too much flavour to them, but you could taste them and they weren't tasting bad. Same thing goes for the croutons. The only bad thing about the croutons was that of course they are quite soggy. They aren't really crispy at all. Theme realization wise though, overall I've got to say that you know, something is missing from this, and it is that hunger is actually being felt. This right here fills up your stomach a little bit, but it does leave you with a very distinct, you know, feeling of having eaten something that's not quite right. It's not how it should be, and it doesn't satiate that hunger in a way that a proper meal can. Therefore, as mashed potatoes go, this right here cannot really, you know, fit that particular theme fully. Maybe not at all. I would assume that some people who will watch this video will call me names for even suggesting that this should be called a meal at all. But yeah, I think it's fine for the price. I think it's fine when it's on sale, especially. It is a substitute for half a meal, I would say, but it really isn't much more than that. Overall though, a 7 out of 10 is, I think, a decent rating still for this, and this is where I'm going to end this particular video. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.